How do we know what is considered too much? I've talked about this a lot, but essentially you want to use a target ACoS that's based on the profit margin of an individual ASIN. I say that with emphasis because it really does matter that you do this on the ASIN level. Every ASIN is going to have different FBA fees, different COGS, and different everything, right? So you want to be doing this on the ASIN level. Now, for the purposes of this audit, I'm going to use an average gross profit margin just so that we can get the idea across. So I'm going to be using 30% in this case. Again, you would want to be calculating your profit margin for each individual ASIN and using that number here, using that as your target ACoS. And then anything above that is where you're spending too much. That campaign is not profitable for you. So using this same campaign, I'm going to remove those filters that I just used. And instead, now I'm going to go ahead and filter by ACoS greater than or equal to 30%. All right. And now you have a list of keywords, a list of targets that have unprofitable ACoSs for this ASIN. Again, wanting to do this on the ASIN level, we're using an average right now of 30%. So yeah. Now, this particular ASIN, I do happen to know that margins are quite good. So 30% is actually too low, but let's just say in this case, we wanted to make sure we were really hitting that 30% or lower. So now anything here that has an ACoS higher than 30%, we know that's unprofitable. So again, you can take an action by lowering the bid. You can pause things, not necessarily recommending that one, or you can give this list to your agency, input this list into your software and create rules based on this, right? From here, I do have this sorted by spend, so I would go in that order and tackle the terms with the most amount of spend. Another way that you could kind of prioritize your action items here is to sort by ACoS and tackle the terms that have the highest ACoS. All right, so like I said, you should really be doing this for every single campaign.